So, as a YouTuber who's very new compared to some of the other people out there, like Mr. Casey Neistat or Philip DeFranco, but I still have a concern about all the demonetized YouTube videos. And I've been hit with this as well for complete randomness. I'm happy that, I'm very non-controversial and boring as far as advertisers concerned because I just do tech videos, so that's not anything that they generally hit me for demonetization is, but they randomly seem to, and they have a new request for review, which is cool, and I just had one remonetized that a request for reviews. I have no idea why it was demonetized. And I really get the sentiment, and I'm glad that they're helping give a voice, these large YouTubers such as Casey Neistat or Philip DeFranco, and they're really talking about how YouTube could be more open and more transparent. We would love that. All of us as YouTubers, as me as a really small one, I'm glad these, like I said, these big guys are really taking care of it. But one thing they don't talk about is I think the problem is a little different than they perceive it. So I agree with everything they say about the community and YouTube being more transparent and, following rules that they set forth. And we understand there's going to be rules. But I think the crux of the problem isn't YouTube necessarily. They're kind of caught in it. They are part of the problem. But the problem comes down to advertisers. And here's how I perceive it from a business standpoint. YouTube does not want to run a video without ads. It costs them money. So it's not that they're doing it to not pay us. It costs money every time you click play. There's servers, there's data. That is money. So why would they run one without ads? They don't have an ad suitable for your video, or the advertiser perceives something in your video as something that is non-representative of their brand. That's fine. I get that. But that obviously means there's not enough advertisers. And here's just some numbers that they're out there. So this is according to TubeFilter that, and we're not super clear exactly how much revenue that they make over at YouTube because they don't break it out separate from Google, who owns YouTube. But according to them, it's roughly 5.6 billion. You're like, wow, that's a lot of money. And I don't have 5.6 billion, so I can say that's a lot of money. But we know the primary end source because they do sell YouTube Red subscriptions, but still ad revenue is their primary income. This was TV revenue, and in 2016, these are some predictions of going up, and we realize that they're changing more to digital marketing, but just TV, $70 billion in ads. So Google only getting 5.6 billion of that ad revenue. You can see a large discrepancy, which for me, just from a business standpoint, and I have YouTube Red, so I don't really see ads, but when I do, I notice it's the same stupid ad all the time, and that drives me crazy. But that's telling of a problem in the business model. Not really necessarily the model of the business, just that these companies haven't moved over there. And if they don't have a lot of advertisers, YouTube has to obey the rules of the few advertisers because they don't want to lose them. They don't have as many as there are in other markets. TV still at 70 billion in 2016. YouTube overall took in 5 point. And TV is not the only place advertisements are done. Advertisers spend money on billboards and all kinds of other things. Look at Facebook's revenue. That's where when they say digital marketing, we realize a lot of it's going to Google ads and Facebook ads and everything else. And then a piece of it does go to YouTube to run on some of those ads. But they don't have that kind of money. If you threw $70 billion into YouTube, that probably would mean there's a wider variety of advertisers. So if one advertiser doesn't like your video, there's another advertiser that does. And I don't see anyone really talk about this, but I think what we really need is the advertisers to come to the table and realize that YouTube is a good platform to advertise on. But there's a reason they're not there. They realize YouTube represents a younger demographic. And the younger demographic, they don't always have as much money, so it's not even that they're a little bit harder to sell things to because figuring out what they want, if they don't have the money to buy it, they're not a good target audience no matter what. The Disney may be on there advertising to have kids who bug their parents to take them to Disney, but you all have the bigger picture of all the other ads for things that need to be put on there. So that being said, I think this is just the other side of it, and I'm really keeping up with this because, right now I'm lucky. I just got this one remonetized. For whatever reason, apparently talking about a flaw in WPA2 security had to be set for reviews. So I asked to review, and they approved it, which is good. And I don't have near the views. I'm excited to have 4,000 views in something, and October of 2017. This was just from yesterday. He's got 1.59 million views. Amazing content. Casey does a great job. But obviously, as I scale up, my concerns become even bigger as I do make some money from YouTube. It's not my primary income at all, so it's not like this is going to stop me from making videos, because I really enjoy making videos, and I don't tell YouTube, I'd probably do this anyways, and if I wasn't getting paid, I just really like sharing information and interacting with the community. But it's just as a concern. I'm really hoping YouTube helps solve the problem, but I think the problem's not going to be solved directly by YouTube, other than their transparency problems. What's really going to come to the table is, as YouTube matures and just the act of it, more and more people on YouTube, we're all getting older. We're moving into the target demographic of more advertisers. So as the ad revenue comes in and more variety of advertisers start advertising on the YouTube platform, that will mean YouTube have more ad sources. And if a vendor doesn't like a video, no problem. We have all these other advertisers that would like to be shown in your video. So ad variety is really where it's going to come, and the platform matures. So I think this is the bigger picture of it. And I just don't, these guys, I don't really see them talking as much about that. But when you only have a few advertisers and there's 70 billion going to TV, but only 5.6 billion going to YouTube, they have some control and influence over YouTube. Because I understand one thing about YouTube. They want to run ads. If they don't run ads, they don't make money. That video has to play, or the platform doesn't work, and people won't go back there for the ones that do have ads, so they have to run all the videos without ads that don't make them money. Trust me, YouTube would love to have an ad on every single one, so I don't blame them for it. I just think these advertisers have too much pull over YouTube, and that's kind of the crux of the problem. I don't see any easy solution. I wish YouTube would be more forthcoming about it, but maybe they don't want to show their hand and realize that, yeah, we're being strong-armed by the few advertisers we have, and if we don't have that money, we can't have the channel, and you won't have YouTube. So that's my thoughts on this. I wasn't going to touch on it, but it's really, after going through and have to re-add another video to get monetized, I got kind of agitated and watching all these guys. Watch Casey Neistats on it. Watch Philip DeFrancos on it. Leave a link below. They do a great job of the overall problem and talking about it. But I just want to have my thoughts on there about YouTube needs more advertisers. I mean, that's really what would solve this problem. All right, thanks for watching. If you like the content here, like and subscribe.